Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all genders. Welcome back to the most interactive wrestling show on the interweb. Let me move my eyeglasses case. That makes me look old. Welcome back to Wrestling with Omer. I am your host, as always, the immaculate Omer Q, and I'm glad to be with you. You guys know the rules. You guys know how this goes. You guys pick the topics. We talk about them. A little bit of a new time slot this week. You know, usually it's a Sunday stream followed by a Thursday stream, but I'm going to be traveling. So instead, you guys get the Immaculate Wednesday stream. And there's no better day to stream than Wednesday, right before AEW Dynamite tonight. So I thought I would get us just going before AEW Dynamite tonight, see what you guys are talking about, see what you guys want to talk about. I know there's this big story about AEW TV ratings, Max ratings. We finally got a little bit of insight into what that whole spiel is. Looks like, according to this report, that Max is putting AEW Dynamite over the 1 million viewer per show metric. And we're going to talk about a little bit of what that means. I'll take a look at the report and actually break it down a little bit for y'all. But you guys want to support the channel, you guys know what to do. Smash that thumbs up like there's no tomorrow. You guys want to guarantee your question or statement is read out on the air and you want to make sure that you support the channel, be sure to go and leave a super chat. Super chats are the best way to directly fund all of the fun we do over here. So please, please, please continue to do that. Show your love with super chats. Sound off in the chat too while you're at it. Why not? But we got so much to get into. Also, Dynamite tonight, you got some big stuff. You got the Owen Hart Cup. That is going to be revealed. The brackets, I should say, for those are going to be revealed. And the Owen Hart Cup, remember, this year, the main event of All In is on the line. The main event of All In is going to be on the line. Welcome to the IWC. How tribalistic are you? I do have a big game show voice today. I don't know why. I think it's the confidence from the haircut today. Yo, shout out to my barber. Shout out to my barber, bro. Shout out to my barber. This is oof. I'm still single, ladies. For like the one lady out there who watches the show. For now. Anyway, let's talk about this streaming stuff because I know this is what a lot of you came for. So AEW on Max. The big question, right? Everyone's wondering, what the hell is going on? The cut is looking fresh, by the way. Thank you, Wall Street Money. Thank you for affirming the thing that everybody already knew to be true. We're going to make you bigger for that. There we go. Look at that. But let's talk about AEW on Max before we start glazing this fresh cut, which glaze away in the chat, but hit that like button while you're at it. All right. So it was reported by BJ Bethel. Pull up the tweet to start off. So BJ Bethel from SE Scoops actually put out a report. And I want to be clear, BJ is pretty well sourced. He does have a source in WBD. So while, I might not necessarily think that some of the aggregation about this report is true or might disagree with some of the findings, I do believe that this is a good faith report, and I do believe that BJ did his due diligence when reporting this. So I want to be clear about that. But as you can see here, exclusive AEW streaming numbers on Max average around 80% of the live cable numbers, pushing total viewership to 1 million. Now we can take a quick look at the actual article here too, so we can just see what's going on, go in some more detail. All Elite Wrestling is averaging around 500,000 viewers for its Wednesday Dynamite show on the Max streaming platform since the show debuted on the app this year, according to sources. Combined with the live cable numbers, this would give Dynamite an average of around 1 to 1.2 million viewers per episode since it was added to the streaming service. And we have now an update to this story from BJ. As noted in the original story, there is a large deviations week to week, which will affect total streaming minutes. According to sources, the show is averaging around 60 million minutes watched per show, with a deviation of plus minus 10 to 20%, depending on the episode and competition. Nielsen-style viewership numbers aren't necessarily important to streamers. The minutes watched averages to 500,000 viewers per episode, live plus one, meaning it takes into account viewers who actually watched on the app for the first 24 hours. All right. So the big thing here that I think people are immediately going to look at is like, does this mean that every single Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, there are a million people watching Dynamite? No. Even if this report was true, no. But it does mean that on a weekly basis, according to this report, you have, within the 24-hour window of first premiere, Dynamite having 500,000 viewers on Max. Again, that is the report. I'll get into what I kind of think and the way I think this may have worked out on my end in a sec. We already know that the DVR plus 3, I believe it's the DVR plus 3 number, which is like the DVR number for Dynamite every week, is around 1 million. So, like, you do have like 1 million people on DVR on traditional TV who do tune into AEW Dynamite at some point during the week. So they have that. It's not like the audience itself is less than, 1 million. But I don't, from my view, right? And I do think this is good reporting. From my view, I don't think that AEW Dynamite every week is doing 500,000 viewers on Max. If they are, it would shock me that nobody from Max would put out this information in a press release. It would shock me that nobody from WBD and Max are kind of like separate entities that don't talk to each other. But that's a separate story. But it would shock me that no one from Max would even float this out there before this, because that's a big deal. That's a very big deal. The only reason I can think of why they wouldn't do it is because it would seem overshadowed by the Raw on Netflix number that was, again, they kind of made the switch to Max around the same time Raw on Netflix premiered. But even then, I'm like, do you really care? Maybe someone does, maybe they don't. This is conjecture after all. However, I also believe that there is a significant amount, or there are, I should say, a significant amount of people who do watch on Max. AEW Dynamite, after all, is among the top streamed sports on the entire platform. And it's a platform that has NASCAR. This is a platform that has the NBA right now. This is a platform that right now has some baseball games, March Madness, etc. That's a big deal. That's a major deal. So is the real number 500,000 on the live plus 24? Maybe. Is it maybe closer to 300? And even if it is, that's a very healthy number. At the end of the day, even if this number is off by like 25, 30, 40%, this is a very healthy sign for AEW. Because I do believe, while the number is, I don't think it's 80% of the total viewership on TV. We've seen that the TV number, since they moved over on Max, has been relatively the same. In fact, in the past couple of weeks, it's actually increased slightly. We know that the streaming was probably more meant to bring in a different audience, which I think, it has to an extent. And I also believe that this marks a big thing for AEW. Like, I think at a certain point, they got to come to a decision where, you might want to put out some of these numbers at some point. You might want to ask Max. You might want to ask, well, again, WBD doesn't really have access to these numbers, I don't think, but you might want to ask them to start putting these out. We got Michal in the chat. Hello, Michelle. Let me actually pull up your chat so everyone can see it. Do you think Tony should, in the future, have AEW only on Max and focus streaming instead of staying on cable? That's going to be determined by two factors. Number one, the amount of money that WBD pays him. That's like that will be the big determining factor. If Warner Bros. Discovery says we are going to give you $1 billion over 4 years for all of your properties, and you're going to only be on Max, Tony will take the deal. If WBD comes at him and says that we want to put you on Max, TBS, TNT like they have now, they're obviously going to do it. They just did. It's less Tony, at the end of the day, Tony's job, the same with Triple H, the same with Nick Khan, the same with the people who run TNA right now who are trying to shop some of their distributing entities. Their job is not to decide where they necessarily want to be streaming or not. Their job is to maximize the value from a business standpoint of whatever deal they get. So, and here's the thing. The reason why they're not on Max right now is because WBD, the company, is not fully out on cable. They can't be, because at the end of the day, that is still a significant amount of their business model. The streaming stuff is only to supplement the changing times. They have invested decades upon decades, millions upon millions, billions of dollars even, on setting up these channels, on keeping them going. That transition from streaming, for at least these companies, right? WBD, ESPN, that transition to streaming is not going to happen overnight. That's why you're seeing people doing the simulcasts. ESPN has a simulcast of all their games on the ESPN app. Or on ESPN Plus, I should say. See the same thing with you see the same thing with other apps as well. Like the streaming thing is more of a decision that's going to be made at the end of the day by the companies, not the wrestling companies. Will TNA get a new streaming deal? I think TNA will get something. Well, I don't know if it's a streaming deal. I don't know if it's a channel. Like they're shopping. That's the word. WCW went to Disney, MGM Studios back in the day. Yeah, I mean they went to MGM Studios for tapings, not for they weren't distributed by MGM. TK needs to partner with Disney, possibly streaming. I mean, they have their media rights locked up for the next couple of years. Maybe when is this deal up now? I think they have an option for 2028. So 2028 comes around. Maybe. There's Tony fearing for his life. Yes, Tony Khan fearing for his life. I mean, back to this TNA question real quick. I think there's this rumor going around, or not even a rumor. It's like rampant, reckless speculation by a lot of people, a lot of fans online who believe that the end goal for WWE is to buy TNA. I mean, I don't. God, I need to get a new chair, guys. If you wanna hit that like button if you want me to get a new chair, because this shit is squeaky. It's bad for my back. I'm cooked sitting in this chair all day. Shit, I'm going to Dynasty instead of spending that money on a chair. How smart am I? Anyway, but going back to the TNA thing. So there's, fans kind of like to get themselves worked up around this idea that WWE is gearing up to buy TNA. And the fact of the matter is, unless TNA becomes completely insolvent and WWE can get a literal nothing deal. I don't see a world where WWE would even entertain anything to buy. They have there's no leverage for them to want to buy TNA. What's the advantage here? What is the tape library? WWE has the most extensive tape library in the world. In fact, they have so much tape. That that library is no longer included in their TV deals. They can't even give money they can't even get somebody to take the full tape library for free at this point. That is why the tape library, the WCW stuff, the ECW stuff, you're not seeing it populate internationally on Netflix. That's why a lot of the stuff that was originally on the WWE network, you didn't see immediately go over to Peacock. A lot of that stuff does not get like millions upon millions or hundreds of thousands of people tuning in. So they would much rather make it accessible on the vault, the WCW vault, the ECW vault, the WWE vault, all these little YouTube channels they're making that for a reason. It's because they have so much tape, they literally cannot give people, it can't give it away. So instead, they're good on tape. They're creating some of the best original content out there. There is no advantage for them to get a TNA. It would be a net loss at this point. Because having TNA at this point for WWE, given what they already have, having TNA, it adds nothing. It adds fundamentally nothing to their business. They were in video library acquisition mode a couple of years ago when they first started the network, and they needed more content. They needed more easy, accessible content to help sell the network. At this point, you're getting $1 billion from Peacock. You're probably going to get $1 billion from ESPN or Netflix or whoever ends up buying the WWE PLE. Who the fuck's talking about TNA, my guy? Like, come on. Like, TNA has an audience. For sure, TNA has an audience. But it's just, no one is going to buy Peacock. No one is going to buy Netflix. No one's going to buy that for TNA. Tape libraries, like, they're past that. Now, AEW, maybe. But even then, I don't see Tony Khan spending money on that unless they get, again, it's like it would have to be a nothing deal. Hello, Caracol. Michelle says, your thoughts on the Prime Video deal for AEW pay-per-views? I mean, it did lead to a bit of an increase in pay-per-view buys. So, I mean, it wasn't even like a streaming deal. It was more so like Prime pay-per-views or AEW pay-per-views are now available on Prime for purchase. So you still have to pay like the whatever $50. Put it out there. I use a VPN, and I use a VPN. Buy them on Triller for like $20 a pop. You gotta do is change your virtual location, go over to the UK. $20 for AEW pay-per-views. But I mean, my thoughts are it's good. I mean, hell yeah, get on payperview.com. Get anywhere you can, man. More exposure, more, expanding the ability to host that pay-per-view. That's a big thing for them. And their next deal, I think, is going to include those pay-per-views or whatever. What are they calling them? The global live events. Tony Khan, you did what? Could you imagine? Someone just writing a check to Anthem and being like, yeah, all right, Tony. Yeah, Tony's gonna be cool with this. Tony has bought TNA, like the Christopher Daniels. Tony has bought TNA. Chris, you did what? It's like, how many zeros? Like $10 million. It's a steal. Oh man. What you saying? Just making sure. I'm talking about the libraries, Caracol. Talking about the libraries because everyone likes to think that AEW, WWE are gonna buy the tape libraries. It's like, no. What's up, WWE? Cody Era. How much did Vince buy WCW for? I believe the reported number was like around like 1.1 to 1.4 million. It was like a nothing number. But here's the thing, right? People like to point at that and say, "Oh my God, I can't believe Eric Bischoff didn't take that offer." There wasn't an offer for Eric to take. There wasn't an offer for anyone else to take. It was like $1 million and some change for Vince. At least it's 400,000 would be some change. It was like over $1 million, and they got the tape libraries, they got the ring, they got all of the bare bones assets They didn't get the most valuable thing about that property, the television time, the television deal. That's simply because AOL Time Warner did not want wrestling on their TV station anymore. That is what it is. Rumor and innuendo is like there was some sort of backroom deal that was done between them, collusion potentially. I don't know. But the second that Warner Brothers Discovery said, Time Warner said that there would be no pay-per-view or there would be no TV deal element of it, there would be no TV time, for Eric Bischoff and his investors, that became a non-starter. Because at that point, company's worthless. You're not generating revenue from tickets. You're not generating revenue from merch. You don't have TV. You can't promote anything if you don't have TV, especially in those days. Especially in those days. We got Cope and Claudio tonight. That's going to be a banger of a match. You guys see this? I'm doing a video about this. It's going to premiere tomorrow. But, this was some news that came out today. Rusev is back in WWE. Yeah, he's back in WWE. He was at HQ today to set the stage for his return. So he's probably shooting some vignettes. That's going to be an interesting one. That is going to be an interesting one. Look at that. Copyright strike right there, baby. All right, wait. Let's quickly talk about this because I'm interested to talk about this. AEW Dynasty is coming up. I will be attending AEW Dynasty. Me and Kenny Baum going to pop out and show them. Over there in the city of brotherly love, the home of the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. You guys can see they got it right around like 6,400 tickets sold. They'll definitely sell that 7,000 mark by the time the show rolls around. What I really need is AEW. You listen to me? Listen good. I haven't bought my tickets yet. Open this section up, baby. I need y'all to open this section up. I need options. Because I ain't sitting over here. Kenny Baum and I are not sitting over here. That didn't happen. I'm not sitting behind the stage. That's what I'm not doing. I'm also not paying $500 for this. I'm not paying $3,000 for this. I'll give you 45 for this. Maybe. Anyway. But yeah, this is gonna be a fun show. It's gonna be a really fun show. We'll talk about Dynasty in a little bit, but we got Double or Nothing tickets going to sell. They got around 5,000 tickets sold. Good advance for them. We want to talk about bad advance. Look, they got 42 days until showtime. I will be at the show by hook or by crook. I don't know if anyone else will be at this show, but I will be. TNA Slammiversary. Nah. Let me stop. Shout out to TNA. They're on a roll right now. I'm not gonna try to bring them down. But man. They got this. I really hope they sell more tickets. I really hope they sell more tickets. Because right now they're sitting at what, 2,500, something like that. Let me see. Yeah, they're sitting at like 2,500, and their current capacity is 4,000 for an arena that WWE usually does between 10 to 15,000 in. Same with AEW, they usually do 10 to 15,000 in this arena. So, and this is for Slammiversary, one of their biggest shows of the year. Got to announce John Cena and AJ Styles for that show, bro. Gotta do it, boo-boo. What do we got here? You saw the kid who flipped Chris Jericho off a collision? I did indeed. AEW usually sell those seats or walk-up. Yeah, their walk-up sales are actually crazy. AEW has some insane walk-up sales. Just like I have some insane people who are not hitting that like button. Y'all know I love you. Chat. You know I love you. You know I respect you. You know there's nothing I wouldn't do for you. I'm taking my dumb ass to Philadelphia to watch that damn show. Getting on that Amtrak. There's so much I do for you. Least y'all could do for me. Take that finger. I want you to point it up to the sky. Acknowledge yourself because you're beautiful. And then smash that thumbs up. That's what I need from you right now. I really need it. Get that finger on that button and press down. Anyway, Wall Street Money says, let's play the Swerve beats Jon Moxley. I agree. I think he should. I think he should. If not, gonna be some very angry people leaving that arena. Taking the title from Moxley would definitely help move some tickets. I mean, for All In, yes, because that's the goal. I think at this point, Swerve versus Ospreay would sell more tickets than Moxley versus Ospreay. I just truly believe that. Can AEW build up their IPs? I hate to say this. I think it is smart strategy from WWE that Adam Copeland can't use the Edge and Air Bryan. You can, I mean, it's smart for making them like money. I just think it's dumb for wrestling. It's a very smart business idea, but like for the industry as a whole, it's very bad. I just don't agree with the idea of it. AEW usually sells, yeah, we already read that. Wall Street Money says, you saw the kid who, yeah, I did see that. That was funny. Can you give us a vlog, please? I'll try, man. I know better than to promise a vlog at this point, man. It is just like, it's hard. So I might have to hire someone to do that vlog. AEW commentary telling you that Kenny had diverticulized for the 100th time. Kenny Omega with diverticulized had 6/10 of his intestines removed. And after that, we're going to get a live picture-in-picture of AEW. Exclusive footage of Kenny Omega's surgery. Do not go anywhere. Yeah, Excalibur does be like, yo, Excalibur do be doing that, though. He do be like, he just be saying, like, yeah, and in 10 minutes, we are going to announce the next contender for Kenny Omega's AEW I almost said something. I'm not going to say that. Intertesticular. That's not the right body part. Ayo. Imagine Swerve versus Ospreay versus Hangman versus MJF. Good idea about it. Don't do a 4-way. I could live with a 3-way, but give me Swerve and Ospreay to determine the world champion. Run that, man. That's what we need. What was that? Get what you need. Roll Tide. What else you guys want to talk about? Oh, let's start talking about tickets. Boy, do I have a deal for you guys. You guys, yes, you, beautiful person sitting right there watching me. You guys right now can get access to an awesome exclusive deal, courtesy of the good people over at SeatGeek. Guys, what the hell are you waiting for? If you are about to attend a wrestling show, if you're about to attend a hockey game, if you're about to attend a basketball game, SeatGeek is the place to go. And today, because of yours truly, this beautiful son of a bitch right here, you guys can get $20 off your first purchase using the promo code REALTAKE. Yes, I said $20 off your first purchase. How does it work? I'll tell you how. I got a link in the description of this stream. You click that link, you buy your ticket, you just get whatever ticket you want. AEW All In, WrestleMania. You're going to need those $20. You're going to need every single set you can get, given how much those WrestleMania tickets cost. If you go to any show, save yourself $20 right now. All you got to do is use the promo code REALTAKE at sign out, and that's it. At checkout, I should say. Use the promo code REALTAKE at checkout, and that is all you got to do. $20 off your first purchase using the promo code REALTAKE on SeatGeek. That's all you got to do. Save yourself $20, guys. I'm trying to help you out. Why aren't you listening? Come on. What do you think about WWE finally during Europe shows? They're fun. Dude, this whole like SmackDown and Raw at like 3 p.m. I'm with it. Give me more. In fact, AEW Let me see if I can pull it up. But AEW actually made a pretty big announcement about this. We can just take a look here. Yeah, so here it is. AEW announced that All in Texas is going to officially start at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, which amounts to 8 p.m. UK time. I am an old ass man. I know I look young. I know I look beautiful, but inside I am an old ass man. I got sciatica in one leg. My back hurts. I'm old. I'm hungry. I'm tired, and I work with anyway. But guys, I love 3 p.m. pay-per-views. I think every pay-per-view should be. You know what? Here's my this is the thing, man. These companies, you're gonna have a pay-per-view on a Sunday, Saturday, whatever, bro. Let my nights be mine. Let my nights be mine again. Come on. Let my nights be mine. 3 p.m. shows, 1 p.m. shows. I'm all about it. I'm all about it, man. Afternoon wrestling is lit. I think this WWE excursion into the UK and other European countries, boom, cemented it. I love afternoon wrestling. Give me more afternoon wrestling. Who do you think is going to be a huge influence on the next generation of wrestlers? The ones that are like watching right now, I think it's going to be like Cody. I think it's going to be Cody Rhodes. I think it's going to be Will Ospreay. I think it's going to be guys like Swerve. Tony Storm for sure. Rhea Ripley. Like literally all the top stars are going to be inspirations. Like you'll ask like a lot of people now, like who, like, you know, a lot of like the younger people now, like who inspired them. You'll get like a variety of answers. John Cena, maybe, for a couple of them. But you'll get people like Randy Orton, inspired a lot of people. Bryan Danielson inspired a shit ton of wrestlers who got into this game. We Europeans would appreciate that. Yes. You know what, man? In fact, I'm going to Europe, man. I'm doing a backpacking trip across Europe in a couple of weeks. I don't know how. Still haven't planned a lot of it, but Got to do it. Got to do it, man. I'm backpacking across Europe. It's going to be crazy. But it's going to be fun. The Tony Fumble chance on NXT when Ricky won the North American Championship was gangster because they're not wrong. They're not wrong at all. They're 100% right. Tony Khan fumbled big time with Ricky. Is it true that Raw on Netflix audience has already dropped to half from their debut episode? I'm not going to, I don't have the numbers in front of me and I don't remember, so I'm not going to speak to that. Their numbers are above what they were for the US or total. Because like it is like right around like 3 million people globally watch Raw every week. That's a good number. I think there was a bit of delusion in the beginning, like when we were gearing up for Raw on Netflix, like, oh, WWE Raw is going to do 10 million people every week. I was never one of those people. I thought that first episode was going to be monstrous and huge. Wasn't even as big as I thought it was going to be, which is, I thought I had my expectations pretty low. But I mean, and that is not to say, I think a lot of people got way too gassed up, and that's good. That's an exciting thing. It means you're excited. But they are happy. Netflix, I'm sure, is very happy that they have a couple of million people globally tuning into their product every single Monday. That is money in their pocket. Those are ads they can sell. They are happy with it. I feel like Zack Sabre Jr. did more over here than he could be another big inspiration. I think Zack's going to be one of those guys. I think he'll end up coming over probably in a couple of years. But he really wants to be that guy in New Japan. He really wants to be that guy in New Japan right now. And you know, who could blame him, man? When you're that top guy in New Japan, it sets you up for success. Look at like every top star New Japan's ever had, right? Their next contract, their next deal, they got paid. Kenny Omega, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Kazuchika Okada. Say what you want about the creative, but he got paid. Cody, like list goes on. All those top guys. Oh, Will Ospreay. Need I go on, chat? Need I go on? Past 6 Dynamites have been good viewership-wise. Just 6 weeks ago, it felt like AEW was going to be... I don't care, man. Like, no, that is not... No. Let me... I was mean. I apologize, Juan. That is not what I meant. The viewership is good, and and it is going up. What I'm more concerned about as a fan is the content good? And the content's great. Like, right now, Dynamite is the best wrestling show every week, right? I want to be clear, though, during a time where SmackDown is in, like, the fucking pisser, and it is doing, like SmackDown stinks so bad that my shit smells like roses. And guys, never use a bathroom after me. You might not walk out of there. You won't walk out of there breathing. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna keep it 200 with you right now. Anyway, but SmackDown's bad. Raw is fluctuates. Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's decent. Sometimes it's meh. But AEW right now is like the most consistent and best wrestling show on TV. And I really don't think it's close right now. All the major Japanese wrestling companies came together like the Yakuza meeting. Could you imagine? That'd be crazy. Would you like it if AJ Styles finishes his career in AEW? Yeah. I think that would be really cool. Because we'd finally get the AJ Kenny match. Which, I think we never got, right? We never got that big AJ Kenny match when Kenny Omega took over Bullet Club. You could get a variation. You could get the Good Brothers back together. You could do a trios match. The Good Brothers and AJ Styles versus the Elite. There's a lot you could do. I don't know if AJ will do that. I think he's content with riding out his contract with WWE, which is his right. I mean, they're going to pay him good money. Why not? Remember, Juan. Hey now. Y'all are crazy in the chat. Who am I to talk? I just talked about like how bad my shit literally stinks, which it does. I won't lie to you, chat. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's pretty bad. It stinks almost as bad as people who don't hit that like button. Do it. Anyway. What else is going on, guys? I don't even know. I'm out of control today. I'm loopy. Too much time at work. That's really what it is. But I'm excited. This weekend's going to be a fun time. I'm going to get to see my boy Kenny Baum. Shout out Kenny Baum, by the way. Shout out to Just Brian. Shout out to the Lex Express. Shout out to Kero Cero, Mr. Kero Valentine. This just popped up in my timeline. That's crazy. Brian Danielson. I love to lie. Cody Rhodes taught me how much fun lying is. And he's got the my boy Brian. I love this picture, bro. This is like the funniest picture he's ever had. Wall Street Money says, remember when Vince took a lie detector test with Hogan? Yeah, he was trying to warn us. Why was Ospreay only IWGP champion one time? Because he was only around to be the top guy that one run. Because then he immediately left to AEW. Because his contract was up. Your second channel is one of my favorites. But the recent video you made on Adam Cole was not it. All right. You know what? I appreciate the feedback. I really do. But I'm going to be clear with you guys. I'm going to be abundantly clear. Here is said video. All right? I'm going to pull up said video, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. I'm not going to play the entire thing. But I do want... I do want to, like... Okay, they're going to play an ad real quick. God, look at all these wonderful comments, by the way, that you guys are leaving on this video. So, I do want to say before this is said video in question. You guys can go over to youtube.com/WrestleVibes and subscribe and see the video for yourself. In this video, all right, again, Jesus Christ. Y'all gotta admit, I'm a funny ass editor. This is a funny ass picture of Adam Cole. Like, I remember when I put this in, I was like, oh, I love dry humping. All right. I'm live. Come on now. All right. Let me just play this real quick because in this video, I make the claim that Adam Cole is not as hot as he once was. And I say that Adam Cole right now is failing in AEW. I don't think that that's far off, but please pay attention on double speed. Well, we'll do like 1.5 to what I say in this. All right? Is this not working?
Doesn't match up with what your perception or what the old perception of that wrestler was, you're only going to lean into whatever the new discourse is. And right now, the discourse around Adam Cole is that he's injury prone. Right now, the discourse around Adam Cole is that he's a bit of a meme. Right now, the discourse around Adam Cole is that he is a shell of his former self. AEW simply needs to put Adam Cole back to where he belongs. They need to put him in situations, build him up to be one of their top faces. Because whether fans want to believe it or not, Adam Cole is still fully capable in the ring. Adam Cole is still fully capable on the mic. I just don't think the story has been there. I just don't think the inspiration has been there. And if we know one thing, it's very easy to break the aura of a wrestling character, but it's very hard to fix it. Can AEW do this? I believe they can. I believe it's going to take a lot of work, but they can get there. But in the end, I guess we'll see.
Where in there did I lie? I may be harsh with some criticisms. I will be the first to tell you that when it comes to wrestling. I'll be the first to tell you that. Might be harsh with some criticisms. You might not like the title. But with every criticism, I offer a solution. And you can't tell me that right now Adam Cole in AEW is not the same as it was 1, 2, 3 years ago. And if you have a case, please make it. I'm always willing to listen. I am always willing to have that conversation. But right now, it's not it, man. It's not it. They got to make him hot again. I love Jesus Christ. Jesus, man. Can't even. Jesus. Well, it's been a long day. Nice elevator jazz music. Yeah, well, no, that's the wrestle. That's the wrestle vibes. So actually, like the wrestle vibe, YouTube.com for that wrestle vibe, guys. By the way, second best channel of all time. On that channel, I got two. I have like they're all docu-style videos. They're all video essays. They're a lot of fun. I got two styles though. One of them is kind of like light work where I like, you know, I like you got the wrestle vibes, like jazz music in the background, really dope. And then I got like my little mini documentaries out there, and those are really dope too. Go check them out. I just had one about, or I just posted one about CM Punk at WrestleMania. Like CM Punk going to the main event of WrestleMania. It's pretty dope. You guys go check that out. Show that some love. The Cody Rhodes Bullet Club one was really good. Y'all fiended over this one though. Y'all were crazy over the Jon Moxley worst AEW champion in history, which is great. Go over there, subscribe, smash that thumbs up. But yeah, I know. Sometimes I'm harsh, man. But he's not the same. Let's talk about it. Two-part question. One, if not Darby, who do you think will dethrone Moxley if he's healthy? I'd say Adam Cole. If he can't, then a debuting Josh Alexander. Two, what is AEW doing with Jamie? I feel like she may be counting down the days of WWE. Jamie Hayter's, they're gearing up Jamie Hayter for, I think, a rematch with Toni Storm. That story is still there. Toni Storm was the one who beat Jamie for her title before Jamie got hurt. I think that's what they're building up towards, potentially for All In. I could see them building Jamie Hayter up to be the challenger for Tony at All In and win that title back from Toni Storm. On the who should dethrone Moxley one, I don't think it's going to be Darby. Darby is still climbing Mount Everest. Shout out to him. I don't think it's going to be Josh Alexander. It's way too soon. it will be Will Ospreay, is my prediction. I think it should be Will Ospreay. It will be Will Ospreay. Unless Swerve beats Mox. Like, the end goal here, the end goal is going to be Will Ospreay will defeat whoever the champion is at All In. It makes too much sense. It's the story that I personally want. Do it, AEW. But regardless, like I think Swerve should win Sunday. I just don't think he will. Not complaining. Give me Coltrane and Miles Davis all day, mate. Camille has been screwed. Jamie rules. Mox and the DR storyline has sucked. Mox should have already lost the title. No, he should not have won the title back. I think Mox. We could do without a Mox title reign for a couple of years now. Maybe during Mox's final, maybe during Mox's farewell run, he can get a title reign. But not right now, man. Not right now. No. Let's get him. Let's get Moxley doing some world building outside of the title picture for now. I don't need that man holding no AEW World Championship right now. Come on now. You and I do need, though. I need you guys to smash that thumbs up. What else? Do we want to run through the Dynasty card? Before we do that, get to a chat. Adam Cole is unlucky in AEW. He got red hot debut, then he got injured, and it is let down that he did not win the AEW championship or the title in AEW. So it was really hard to get back to where he was. Yeah, it's hard, but that's what they got to do. That's on AEW. That's on Tony Khan as a booker. He's got to figure it out. When is Eddie Kingston coming back? Probably a couple of months. Like maybe All In time, but I even think like that's probably early because he like his knee was injured, his leg was injured pretty bad. Mox is their Hogan. You have to accept. Tony Khan's like, you don't like what you like. You like what I tell you to like. Come on, Mox. Damn. Jesus, I've been trying to do Mox's music, and it just sounds like the Law and Order SVU music. Could you imagine Mox comes out to the Law and Order SVU music song? Dun 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 dun. I'm just. Hey, hold up. It's like John Moxley. Yo, hold up. Nah, that'd be crazy. Every time John Moxley cuts a promo, you just hear. Hey, yo. Come on, Mox. It's like, do your worst. Every time. No. That should be the rule. Every time someone says John Moxley, everyone's stop. It's like so Billy and Mandy was a show that was on when I was growing up. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and they used to have a running gag on that show where it was like a Harry Potter parody where there was this dark wizard called Lord Moldy Butt, and every time he was supposed to be Voldemort, but it was like Lord Moldy Butt. And every time someone said Lord Moldy Butt, something in the background would break. That was the rule. And because so like whenever people would say Lord Moldy Butt like multiple times, a bunch of shit would start to break. Every time someone says John Moxley's name, this should play. I might add this to the soundboard. That's a good one. Marina's really impressing me in this silent heavy role. She has been the biggest beneficiary of all of this. Arguably the only beneficiary of all of this. Yo, is Ice-T in the house? I don't know. But Moxley is. I'm going to have way too much fun with this. Completely agree. So you think Will Ospreay will win the Owen? I predict Camille will return a Dynasty and go against Megan Bayne at All In. Oh, Camille versus Megan Bayne would be a big... Yo, hold up. That match would... Bro, it's like... Meat like that's like that is like the women's version of a big meaty women slapping. I don't know. Can I say that? Big E said it about dudes. Choosing my words here. Big. Too very. Yeah, I probably can't. All right. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be hyped for that match when it happens. I'm gonna be really hyped for that match when it happens. That'd be dope. That'd be dope. No, you can't. Yeah, I was like, big medium. Anyway, like, look, that match is going to absolutely slap. But no, I'd be so down for that. Like, I think like Megan Bayne, dude, like you could make the argument Megan Bayne could win this Sunday at Dynasty, and I don't think that would be off. I don't think it would be off at all. We got Ango in the chat. What's up, bro? Ango in the house. Guys, go check out the Ango show every single day at 12 p.m. Daily listening. I listen to their show either live or on demand every single day. Go check him out. Him and Billy TKO do awesome work over there. We got Michelle in the chat saying Shawn Michaels or Tony Khan as a booker. Ooh, I mean, man, that's a good one. Shawn is. I don't think there's probably not a more consistent booker right now than Shawn Michaels in wrestling, because like Triple H is what he is right now. And I think a lot of the Triple H stuff is probably more so due to like the lack of like imagining of what WWE can be. But man, oh my God, Shawn is killing it in NXT, man. He's killing it in NXT. No one books women's wrestling better than Shawn Michaels, like by far right now. I mean, I would say I would probably give Tony the edge all time, just because like I mean he's been around longer, like as a booker. I won't obviously not as a wrestler, but man, Shawn's a good one. Shawn's a good one. Need to have you on the show soon, bro. Hey man, hit me up. I'm free Monday. I'm not working on Monday. Hit me up. Let's make something happen. What do you call the female version of Big and Slap? I don't know. I don't want to find out. It's gonna get me in trouble, and then someone's gonna play this. Jay Barnacles, what's up, Omer? Looking forward to AEW Dynamite. Yeah, Dynamite is tonight in like about 30-something minutes. It's gonna be a fun show. Because you got Ospreay's return, you have the Owen Hart Cup announcement, Claudio versus Cope. Big matches coming up. And then you have the big mixed tag team match, Willow and Swerve versus Marina and Mox. Shawn doesn't have to deal with TKO for 3 hours. I mean, yeah, I think people kind of overstate how much influence TKO has. Like, I don't think TKO is handing Triple H like notes on like, you can do this, you can't do that. But I do think they're kind of more or less aligned with like the strategy of like they understand like they have enough IP, they have enough, they built up enough aura or whatever to just kind of coast for most of the year. And it's true. Look at the ticket sales. Look at the ratings. They are fucking insanely big. Of course. They are like, they're not going to change something if it's like still the most profitable thing they've ever done. So like, you can't like argue against it in that way. But hey, man. Nah, I'm going to clip the hell of. All right, man. Whatever. I'm not, look, I regret nothing. I regret nothing. I said what I said. Garrick on the chat says, will we have a collision this Saturday? We should. Will we not? Wait, is collision? I know there's a collision that's supposed to be coming up. Like a collision coming up is supposed to be live on a Thursday because of some changes. Yeah, I think collision is. Yeah, collision's gonna be taped tonight. Actually, I think. Yeah, collision's gonna be taped tonight, and then it's gonna air on Saturday. That's the plan. But I will be at Dynasty, people. Oh, I'm really hyped for that. Let's see. The issue with Sean is that for as amazing as the women's division is, what is the tag team except for Axum and the men's world division except for Oba? I mean, the men's world division, man, come on. Like, we just, like, here's the thing. On the tag team stuff, I agree. I think tag team wrestling across all of the major wrestling promotions right now is just fucking cooked. Like I just think it's not great. It's just not in a good position at all. Like, you look at FTR compared to where they were just like a couple of years ago, no motion. WWE does not even care about their tag team division at all. NXT, it's like up and down. Like, it was kind of cool when they were having like the influx of TNA talent, but now it's just like whatever. We need a general. Yeah, I know. But yeah, I mean, Shawn Michaels. I think the world title picture, like that whole thing, is a little overstated. Like, I think they are presenting Obafemi as a dominant main champion, which they should. You just came off a Trick having a monster run with the belt. I think it's fine. I think it's fine to establish a guy for a little bit, and that's what they're doing with Oba. Can't wait to see you at Dynasty. Yo, you're gonna see me and Kenny Baum. Pull up, Eric. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on Twitter if you want to meet up, man. Me and Kenny, we did a meet and greet, and Taco Kid showed up at what was it, Wrestle Dream last year. Yeah, for sure. Just hit us up on Twitter. All right, bro. What are your thoughts on John Cena's turning heel again? I mean, yeah, he turned heel. I did like 5 videos about it, but he turned heel. It was cool, and then he wasn't on TV for the next like 3 weeks. Well, he was. Sorry. He wasn't on TV for like the next 2 weeks, and then when he was just standing there for 2 weeks, and then him and Cody actually did like an actual promo battle. So what do I think? I think it's heading in the right direction. When are they going to call up the NXT stars to the main roster? I would expect a couple of them to get called. I mean, I know that Roxanne is kind of just waiting to be officially called up. They're just waiting to rotate her in, probably till Mania. She'll probably have to wait till after Mania at this point. But yeah. Oh my God. Okay. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. The terror on my face when I saw this breaking news graphic about Scott Hansen. The terror on my, like, you guys witnessed it. I caught this on like with a glimpse in the corner of my eye, and I was like, "Oh no, they just ruined Red Zone." But no, this is not it. NFL Red Zone, Scott Hansen will be the new in-game voice for EA Sports Madden. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. I fucking hate you, EA. You found a way for me to purchase that game after I vowed to never purchase it again. The Darby wins the title in his hometown. I think when Darby does win, it is going to be one of those like Mick Foley-esque moments. I really do think it's going to be like one of those, like, finally the boyhood dream has come true. God damn it, Darby Allin, he fucking did it. Like, it's going to be one of those. Where's The Rock and Travis? Travis Scott, I think he's on tour. Maybe. But The Rock is... The Rock's The Rock. He's producing movies, filming movies, probably doing Moana reshoots right now, which is why he's probably not going to be at Mania, so he's out there cooking. Actually, he's definitely doing Moana reshoots right now, because he was talking about some plane trouble he was having flying back from Hawaii, so he's definitely doing Moana reshoots. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, geek versus nerd. It's funny because it's true. Michelle says, what do you think new SmackDown 6 is needed to help the show? They need a core group of stars like the 2000s. They have a core group of stars. They're just not being booked properly. Like, Road Dogg is like ass, bro. Road Dogg is fucking ass at booking. Like, it's in SmackDown is... I never thought I would say this about like WWE under Triple H, but like SmackDown is like as unwatchable as it's ever been, in my view. Like, it is, nothing happens on that show. It's a 3-hour recap show. It's not good. It's just not a good show. Raw is where the shit happens, man. And that was the case where when we were talking about Raw on Netflix, that was the case everyone was talking about, and it's true. Wall Street Money, The Rock can't act. Yes, he can. Come on. Come on. Do you see Cody bringing back Stardust for... I do think this was like a big prediction of mine a couple of years ago. I do think that Cody will eventually be Stardust for like one night only. And it might even happen at like a house show or something, but I do think he will be Stardust for one night only. But he'll want to be Stardust. Darby should have a short run. Yep, I think so too. I think he'll have a short run. Whatever happened to Roxanne versus Bayley, it should be being built as a match of Mania, but it's not. That is all I know. It should be a match at WrestleMania, but it is indeed not. But if we want to talk about a conspiracy about it, we can. Because I think WWE had no intention at all about making that match at WrestleMania. They were just like vibing with like, we're gonna have Bayley on NXT, and and Roxanne is gonna get in there, and then we're gonna do what we do, and we're just gonna build the global brand that is WWE and what this is, and it's just a global brand. Shout out Triple H. Thank you. The Rock plays the same freaking guy. Yeah, he's like Matthew McConaughey. He just plays like himself in every movie. Even like in this Moana movie, he's just gonna be like big jacked beach rock. That's it. Which is fine. It works, man. It's so like, look, here's the thing. You can say it's bad. You can say it's bad. Don't say it's not effective though. Let's not forget, Omer said, I love dry humping. No, I stopped mid-sentence. You didn't know what I was going to say. You didn't know what I was going to say. You don't know me, man. You don't know what I do. You don't know what I think. Where is Trevor tonight? Trevor's on OT Graps every single Tuesday, man, with me. Every single Tuesday night. Well, most Tuesdays when we can make it work. But Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. That's where Trevor is. What else, guys? We got a couple of minutes. We got like 30 minutes until Dynamite comes on. Woo! I got to pack for this trip, dog. Oh, shit. Got to pack for this trip. I got to... Actually, no, man. I got to... Hold up. Just Brian. Y'all need to go, like... Y'all need to go tell Just Brian to come to Dynasty so I can get my hat back. It's like when Kenny Baum tried to convince everyone Double or Nothing was AEW's WrestleMania. Yo, nah, bro. This was it. This was... I remember that. He said it with a straight... He meant that shit, too. And everyone's looking at him like, first of all, bro, all out? Second of all in? Like, come on, man. More stuff has happened at Revolution. More stuff has happened at Revolution than at Double or Nothing. Like, Double or Nothing was the first one. That was it. The Rock blows. Matthew McConaughey is all right. Ryan in the chat says, what team do you want Aaron Rodgers to sign with? That is what I don't give a shit about. Aaron Rodgers is cooked, both in the brain and on the field. That's what I don't care about. Sign with the Steelers, bro. No, that's it. I'm a Ravens fan. Sign with the Steelers. Sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Will AEW bring back the chandelier for Dynasty? Inshallah. I want to see AEW. I want to see the chandelier should be a mainstay in AEW. Like, I loved it. It was so good having the chandelier back at Revolution. It was so good. It was so good. Ryan in the chat asks, who do you want to win the NCAA tournament? Anyone but Duke. Any single team but Duke. Give me Auburn. I don't care. Anyone but Duke. You wearing the Brian Danielson jacket for the Huz? For the Huz? What the hell is a Huz? The fuck is Huz? Can I even say? Am I allowed to say? What is that? Oh God, I'm gonna Google this now. To be in the act of consuming. Well, that's what I'm not doing. But wearing the jacket? Probably. It's right. It's in there. It's in that closet. Yeah. Yeah. Give me a yeah in the chat. Yeah. Oh man. Guys, what else y'all want to talk about? Oh, Thunder Rosa's gonna be a WrestleCon. That's interesting. Anyway, big night for Dynamite tonight. Who do you want to win the NBA playoffs? My Cleveland Cavaliers, the best team in basketball today. The Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell is an absolute fucking beast right now. Fucking beast. Shout out to my Cleveland Cavaliers. In fact, shout out so much. Yeah, I say their name. This is how wild this shit is, bro. I say their name and they appear on my timeline. Oh, speaking of, shout out to AJ Francis, bro. Yo, shout out AJ Francis. TJ Vlad ruining relationships. It's crazy. Shout out to my boy Main Event Chris too, guys. Go give him a follow. He's a funny guy. I'm doom scrolling the timeline on. This never ends well. Let's doom scroll until okay, this isn't that bad. This is my following list. We don't go to the For You. You go to the For You. That's where all the bad stuff is. My following list is just like sports, a little bit of politics. Yeah, it's mostly sports though. A lot of basketball, some wrestling. No wrestling yet. If we go to the For You, we won't be dangerous. Let's be dangerous a little bit. This is how cooked Twitter is, by the way. Let's be dangerous. Go on the For You and see how. That's funny. I mean, the For You isn't that bad. Britt Baker's gonna be at WrestleCon. Look at that. It's informing us about professional wrestling. We got Uncle Bernie up there. We got shout out to Will Washington and Swerve Strickland, Willow Nightingale. Look at this. This is like a decent doom scroll. Ain't nothing problematic about this at all. Okay, and all right, and it's time. Well, yep. Yep. I was like, ain't nothing problematic about this at all. Big Hulk Hogan, right? Just like, yep. Automatic. The For You page is gonna show a man with a small mustache. Yeah, they did last time I did that. Have you met Santi at Elimination Chamber show? You guys would be awesome. I have not met Santi. Wonderful guy, puts out cool content. I did, yeah. At Elimination Chamber, it was just me, Brian, and Kenny, and we also ended up meeting up with Assemble from Assemble. He covers like 2K, which is like more of Brian's stuff. He also covers pro wrestling too. But Assemble, he was cool, good guy. Matt, met up with him. Hadn't met him before. He's friends with Kenny and Brian, but good guy. Shook my hand like a man. Good. But shout out to Assemble. Yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna wrap it up in a little bit. I need to stand and get some stretches in. You going to the Baltimore show for Dynamite? I haven't decided yet. It depends on work. If I get off of work in time, I will. If not, then I won't be able to. All right, guys. I think we're just about done. Yeah, I got that Wall Street money. The jacket's in there. Gosh, I mean, hold on. Let me just go. Let's go grab it. Give me a sec. I'm not gonna. We got another image you can put over here. I don't even know. Hold up. I will be right back. Just deal with I don't even know what you got to deal with. Deal with. Let me see what I can put up. Yeah, okay. I'll be right back. Deal with Wolverine Punk for a little bit, and I will return in like 2 seconds. I'm hurt. I'm old. I'm tired, and I work with fucking children. All right. So we got the jacket. It's probably the best thing that AEW has ever sold to anyone. The Bryan Danielson jacket. You see how hard this shit goes? Bro. Nah, bro. This is like this is like the best piece of merch AEW's ever sold. This and like those football jerseys they have. Other than that, AEW merch ain't really that much to talk about, for real. How much you get it for? I don't want to talk about it. I mean, here's the thing. In comparison to what Kenny bought at that show, it's nothing. I think I spent like $60 on this. Kenny bought a world championship at that show, which for a decent price, so for like $600, because normally they're priced at like $800. Oh yeah, look at that. This is good. It's good quality too. Yeah, we might have to do it. You should take it to Dynasty with you. I might. Look, if I do, maybe Brian will come back. Maybe the boyhood dream will come true. My boyhood dream will come true. Maybe. We'll see. All right, guys. It's been a fun stream. I do got to head out, though. So, content's going to be coming out on the channel over the next few days. And, yeah, going to Philly for Dynasty. I can't wait. Oh, wow. I look way different without glasses. Holy shit. There we go. Oh, now I look like me. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to smash that thumbs up if you haven't already done so. Subscribe if you haven't already. Pro wrestling is awesome. We love it. Until next time, be happy, be healthy, and as always, keep it real. I'll see you.